Have you ever felt exploited by someone who claimed to care about you? Have you sacrificed too much only to be disappointed by those who should have valued your kindness? Imagine discovering a way to regain control, to never again be manipulated or undervalued. Today, we will dive into a powerful guide, inspired by Stoic philosophy, to transform your interactions and strengthen your relationships. Get ready to explore 9 essential strategies that can change the way you relate to others. These are not just superficial tips. They are time-tested principles that have the potential to bring real and lasting changes. If you are tired of feeling like you are giving more than you receive, or if you want to improve your personal and professional relationships, keep reading. You will discover how to avoid behaviors that undermine your self-esteem and learn to set healthy boundaries. Want to know how to maintain your identity without losing yourself in a relationship? Or how to recognize and react to warning signs before it's too late? All this will be revealed next. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming explorations that will continue to unveil the secrets to healthier and happier relationships. Now let's dive into this transformative guide and discover the first principle that can change your life. Number 1. Don't reorganize your life to please others. Have you ever found yourself changing your plans, sacrificing your dreams, and adjusting your priorities to please someone else? Maybe it's a friend, a romantic partner, or even a family member. This behavior is more common than you might think, but its consequences can be devastating for our identity and self-esteem. Imagine you love painting and find great joy and satisfaction in your art sessions. However, your partner never supports these activities and always suggests other things to do together. Gradually, you stop painting, trying to please them, and without realizing it, you begin to lose a vital part of who you are. At this point, we need to pause and reflect. How healthy is it to change our lives to please others? The answer can be found in Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to value our own autonomy and identity. Constantly reorganizing your life to meet the needs of others can lead to significant emotional imbalance. When you put someone else's desires and expectations above your own, you end up neglecting your own ambitions and goals, which can lead to frustration and resentment in the long run. Keeping your own goals and dreams at the center of your life is essential not only for your happiness, but also for the health of your relationships. An example of this can be seen in cases where individuals abandon their careers or hobbies to dedicate themselves exclusively to their partner or family. Initially, this might seem like a noble and altruistic gesture, but over time, the lack of personal fulfillment can turn into bitterness and dissatisfaction. So, how do you balance the need to please others with maintaining your own identity? The key lies in communication and establishing healthy boundaries. Express your needs and desires clearly and assertively. If painting is important to you, explain to your partner how much it means and negotiate a time when you can dedicate yourself to this activity without guilt. It is vital that both parties in the relationship understand and respect each other's interests and dreams. Another crucial aspect is self-care. Reserve time for yourself to do things you love and that make you feel complete. This can include practicing a hobby, spending time alone to reflect, or even seeking new activities that bring you joy and satisfaction. By taking care of yourself, you become a better version of yourself, which paradoxically also benefits your relationships. Finally, remember that true happiness and fulfillment come from within. No one but you can define what is best for your life. By keeping your own goals and dreams as a priority, you create a space where you can grow and flourish, both individually and together with those you love. Number 2, don't tolerate disrespect. Respect is the foundation of any healthy and lasting relationship. However, it is alarming how many people tolerate disrespectful behaviors out of fear of losing their connection with the other person. Tolerating disrespect, whether in words, actions, or attitudes, not only undermines trust and self-love, but also sets a toxic pattern that can be difficult to break. Let's imagine a situation. You are in a relationship where your partner frequently makes derogatory comments about your career choices. Initially, it might seem harmless, perhaps even said in a joking tone, but over time, these comments start to erode your self-esteem and confidence. Why then do so many people stay in situations where they are disrespected? Often, this is related to fear of being alone, or the hope that the other person's behavior will change. However, the reality is that by allowing disrespect to continue, you are actually encouraging this behavior. It is essential to set clear boundaries from the beginning. This doesn't mean being confrontational or aggressive, but rather communicating your expectations assertively and clearly. Consider this scenario. You are in an argument with your partner, and they start raising their voice and making disrespectful comments. Instead of backing down and accepting this behavior, you decide to intervene calmly, saying something like, "I understand that we are both frustrated, but it is not acceptable to talk to me that way. We need to discuss this respectfully." By doing this, you are setting a boundary and making it clear that disrespect will not be tolerated. In addition to setting boundaries, it is equally important to practice self-care and self-compassion. When you value and respect yourself, you naturally expect others to do the same. This can include practicing activities that reinforce your self-esteem, such as exercise, meditation, or even seeking therapy to work on deep issues of self-esteem and self-confidence. Remember that respect starts with yourself. By demanding to be treated with dignity, you also teach others how you wish to be treated, creating an environment of mutual respect. Another crucial point is the importance of example. Demonstrating respect for others in your daily interactions also reinforces the expectation that you expect to be treated the same way. Small gestures of courtesy, such as thanking, actively listening, and respecting others' boundaries, not only improve your relationships, but also establish a respectful behavior pattern that you want to see reciprocated. Finally, be prepared to take more drastic actions if disrespect continues despite your efforts. This may include temporarily distancing yourself or, in extreme cases, ending the relationship. Your mental and emotional health should always be the priority. Remember, you deserve to be in relationships that treat you with the respect and dignity you offer others. Number 3, don't underestimate yourself. Self-criticism can be one of the most insidious traps we face in our lives. When we underestimate ourselves, we constantly diminish our own achievements and capabilities, which can profoundly and negatively impact our self-esteem and confidence. Consider the following situation. You have just completed an important project at work, something that took months of dedication and effort. Instead of celebrating this achievement, you focus on the small mistakes you made along the way. This kind of thinking not only prevents you from seeing the big picture, but also undermines your self-confidence. The tendency to underestimate oneself is often rooted in past experiences and limiting beliefs that we carry throughout life. Maybe you grew up in an environment where your accomplishments were never sufficiently valued, or perhaps you faced constant criticism that shook your confidence. Regardless of the origin, it is essential to recognize and challenge these thinking patterns to build a healthy self-esteem. One of the most effective ways to combat self-criticism is to cultivate a growth mindset. Instead of focusing on failures, start seeing mistakes as learning opportunities. For example, when reflecting on the completed project, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I improve next time? This shift in perspective not only helps reduce self-criticism, but also promotes a more positive and proactive attitude towards challenges. Additionally, it is crucial to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a close friend. If a friend were going through a similar situation, you would likely offer words of encouragement and support instead of harsh criticism. Adopting this approach towards yourself can make a significant difference in how you see and feel about yourself. Another important step is to recognize and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they seem. Make a list of your accomplishments and revisit it regularly to remind yourself of your value and capabilities. This simple practice can reinforce your confidence and help combat the tendency to underestimate yourself. Additionally, sharing your achievements with trusted people can provide positive feedback and additional encouragement. Finally, consider seeking professional support if self-criticism is seriously affecting your quality of life. A therapist can help identify and challenge the underlying beliefs that fuel self-criticism, as well as provide practical strategies for building healthy self-esteem. Remember, self-confidence not only improves your perception of yourself, but also influences how others see and treat you. By valuing your own capabilities and achievements, you establish a positive standard that reverberates in all areas of your life. Number 4. Don't be overly available. Being always available to others may seem like a virtue, but in practice it can be detrimental to both your mental health and the dynamics of your relationships. When you are constantly at everyone's disposal, you may end up neglecting your own needs and priorities, leading to burnout and frustration. Let's imagine a scenario. You have a friend who is always in need of help, and you never say no. Initially, it may seem like you are doing a good deed, but over time, you start feeling overwhelmed and without time for your own activities. Being overly available can give the impression that your own priorities are not important, both to yourself and others. This can lead to a vicious cycle where you feel the need to be always available to be valued, while others may start to take your help for granted. Breaking this cycle is crucial by establishing healthy boundaries. Start by identifying your own needs and priorities. Reserve time for yourself, to do things you love and that make you feel complete. This can include practicing a hobby, spending time alone to reflect, or even seeking new activities that bring you joy and satisfaction. Learning to say no in a polite yet firm manner is a valuable skill that protects your time and energy. For example, if a coworker constantly asks for your help with projects, you might respond, "I'd love to help, but I'm focusing on completing my own tasks at the moment. Can we schedule a time later?" Additionally, it is important to communicate your boundaries clearly and consistently. Explain to others that while you want to help, you also need to reserve time for your own needs. This not only helps preserve your well-being, but also sets realistic expectations for others. Remember that setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but rather one of self-care. Practicing self-reflection can also be useful in understanding why you feel the need to always be available. Often, this behavior is rooted in a need for approval or fear of rejection. By recognizing these patterns, you can work to transform them and adopt a more balanced approach in your relationships. Another crucial aspect is seeking support from people who respect your boundaries and encourage you to take care of yourself. Surrounding yourself with friends and family who understand and value your needs can make a significant difference. These people can offer valuable support and encourage you to maintain your boundaries, even when it's difficult. Finally, remember that your availability should reflect your genuine desire to help, not a constant obligation. When you take care of yourself and set clear boundaries, you not only improve your own mental and emotional health, but are also more capable of helping others effectively and meaningfully. Number 5. Don't accept less than you deserve. Accepting less than you deserve often stems from fear. Fear of being alone, of not finding something better, or of being considered demanding. However, this practice can lead to unsatisfying relationships and situations that deeply harm your self-esteem. Imagine being in a job where your skills are not recognized, and you are constantly overworked without fair compensation. Accepting this situation can make you feel undervalued and trapped. The first step to avoiding accepting less than you deserve is recognizing your own worth. This involves an honest assessment of your skills, achievements, and what you bring to any situation. It might be helpful to list your qualities and achievements in a notebook and revisit this list regularly to reinforce your sense of self-worth. When you know your value, it becomes easier to set clear boundaries and expectations in your relationships and work environments. In addition to recognizing your value, it is crucial to learn to communicate your needs and expectations assertively. In a relationship, for example, if you feel that your emotional needs are not being met, have an open and honest conversation with your partner. Explain how you feel and what you need to feel valued and loved. This communication should not be viewed as a complaint, but as an opportunity to strengthen the relationship and ensure both parties are satisfied. Another important aspect is developing the courage to wait for opportunities that truly match what you deserve. This may mean leaving an unsatisfactory relationship or job where you are not valued. Although it may be scary, trusting that better things are coming is essential. Remember that accepting less than you deserve diminishes your self-esteem and prevents you from reaching your full potential. It is also helpful to seek examples and inspiration from people who did not settle for less and achieved great things. Reading biographies, watching inspiring talks, or even talking to mentors can offer valuable perspective and encouragement to pursue what you truly deserve. Practicing self-compassion is another effective strategy. Often, we accept less than we deserve because we are overly hard on ourselves. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Recognize that deserving the best is not selfish, but an act of self-love. Finally, remember that life is too short to be lived unsatisfactorily. You deserve to be in relationships and situations that bring you joy, fulfillment, and growth. By not accepting less than you deserve, you open the door for experiences and opportunities that truly match your value, elevating not only your self-esteem but also your quality of life. Number 6. Don't overshare. Intimacy and trust in a relationship are built gradually. Sharing personal details too quickly can be detrimental because it doesn't allow time for trust to develop naturally. Imagine meeting someone new and in the first conversations, you already reveal your deepest traumas and fears. This can be overwhelming for the other person and create a sense of discomfort. The key is to build a foundation of trust before fully opening up. When you overshare too early, you might unintentionally place a burden on the other person. They may not be prepared to handle such deep information and could feel pressured or even uncomfortable. Instead of fostering a connection, this can create distance and hesitation. Think of trust as a bridge that needs to be built slowly, one step at a time. Each shared experience or piece of information is a brick that strengthens this bridge. By pacing yourself, you allow the other person to reciprocate and build their own trust in you. Gradual sharing also ensures that you're not revealing your vulnerabilities to someone who might not respect or honor them. It's crucial to gauge the other person's reactions and responses before diving into deeper topics. For instance, start with lighter, less personal topics and see how the other person engages. If they show empathy and genuine interest, it can be a sign that they're trustworthy and that you can share more over time. Another aspect to consider is the context in which you're sharing information. The setting, mood, and timing all play significant roles in how your sharing is received. For example, discussing deeply personal topics during a casual group hangout might not be appropriate and could make others uncomfortable. Instead, choose moments of privacy and calm to open up more about yourself. Moreover, consider the impact of digital communication on sharing. Texting and social media can sometimes create a false sense of intimacy. It's easy to overshare when you're behind a screen, but remember that these platforms lack the nuance and empathy that face-to-face interactions provide. Always be mindful of what you share online, as it can be harder to retract or manage once it's out there. Balancing what you share and when you share it helps to protect your emotional well-being and builds a stronger, more resilient relationship. It's about finding a rhythm that feels natural and comfortable for both parties, ensuring that the relationship grows healthily and sustainably. Number 7. Don't ignore. Red flags. Red flags in a relationship are like small alarms warning us of potential problems. Ignoring these signs in the hope that things will improve on their own can lead to greater disappointments and heartbreaks in the future. For instance, if your partner constantly cancels plans or avoids important conversations, this might be a sign of a lack of commitment. Another sign could be a lack of empathy or consideration for your feelings. It's essential to recognize these red flags early on and address them directly. Let's consider an example. If your partner consistently dismisses your opinions or feelings, it indicates a lack of respect and empathy. Ignoring this behavior could lead to larger issues down the road, such as emotional neglect or abuse. Addressing these signs early can help prevent more significant problems and ensure that both partners are committed to maintaining a healthy relationship. One effective way to handle red flags is through open and honest communication. Express your concerns without blaming or accusing the other person. Use I statements to convey how their behavior affects you and what you need for the relationship to work. For example, I feel hurt when my opinions are dismissed. I need to feel heard and respected in our conversations. This approach fosters a dialogue rather than a confrontation, encouraging mutual understanding and resolution. Another strategy is to observe patterns over time. One-off incidents might not necessarily be red flags, but recurring behaviors should be noted. Keep a mental or written record of these instances to help you identify if there's a consistent issue. This can provide you with concrete examples to discuss if the problem persists. It's also important to trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't dismiss your feelings. Your intuition can often pick up on subtleties that your conscious mind might overlook. Pay attention to how you feel around the other person. Do you feel anxious, undervalued, or constantly on edge? These feelings can be indicators that something isn't right. Seeking advice from trusted friends or a therapist can also provide clarity. Sometimes, an outside perspective can help you see things more clearly and provide guidance on how to proceed. They can offer support and validation, reinforcing your need to address the red flags you've noticed. Remember, ignoring red flags doesn't make them go away. It's better to address small issues early on than to let them grow into bigger problems. Your emotional health and well-being should always be a priority. Ensuring that you're in a respectful, supportive, and healthy relationship is essential for your happiness and fulfillment. Number 8, don't lose your identity. Maintaining your individuality in a relationship is essential for your well-being and the health of the relationship. It is easy to start adopting the interests, friends, and even opinions of your partner, forgetting your own. For example, if you always loved playing sports but your partner is not interested and you start abandoning this practice to spend more time with them, you might end up resenting it. A healthy relationship should enhance and support both partners' individuality rather than diminish it. Keeping your hobbies, spending time with your friends, and staying true to your beliefs and interests is crucial. This not only strengthens your own self-esteem but also keeps the relationship interesting and dynamic. Each partner brings their unique experiences and perspectives, enriching the relationship. One way to maintain your identity is to regularly engage in activities you love. Whether it's a solo hobby, spending time with your own friends, or pursuing personal goals, make time for these activities. For instance, if you love painting, ensure you dedicate regular time to your art. This practice not only keeps you grounded but also reminds you of your personal worth and passions outside the relationship. Additionally, communicate with your partner about the importance of maintaining your individuality. Explain that while you cherish the relationship, it's also vital to nurture your personal interests and friendships. A supportive partner will understand and encourage you to continue pursuing your passions. This mutual respect for each other's individuality can strengthen the bond and foster a healthier relationship dynamic. Another aspect is to set boundaries that protect your personal time and space. It's okay to have activities or interests that you don't share with your partner. These boundaries help maintain a sense of self and prevent the relationship from becoming too enmeshed. For example, if you enjoy reading or exercising alone, communicate this to your partner and ensure you have time for these activities. Reflecting on your values and goals can also help you stay connected to your identity. Take time to consider what is important to you and what you want to achieve in life. Having a clear sense of your values and aspirations can guide your decisions and actions, ensuring that you remain true to yourself. It's also beneficial to have a support system outside of your relationship. Friends, family, and mentors can provide perspective, support, and encouragement, helping you maintain a balanced life. They can offer a reminder of who you are outside the relationship and reinforce the importance of your individuality. Remember, a healthy relationship consists of two complete individuals who complement each other, not two people who lose themselves in the relationship. By maintaining your identity, you not only enhance your own well-being, but also contribute to a richer, more dynamic relationship. Celebrate your uniqueness and let it shine within your relationship. Number 9. Don't be afraid to be authentic. Being authentic means being true to yourself and others. This creates an environment of trust and respect, essential elements for any healthy relationship. When you pretend to be something you are not to please others, you end up attracting people who do not like you for who you really are. For example, if you have a passion for classical music but hide it because you think your friends won't understand, you are repressing an important part of who you are. Authenticity fosters deeper connections because it allows others to see and appreciate the real you. It encourages mutual respect and trust, as both parties feel safe to be themselves without fear of judgment. When you are genuine, you attract people who resonate with your true self, leading to more meaningful and fulfilling relationships. One of the challenges of being authentic is overcoming the fear of rejection or judgment. Society often pressures us to conform to certain standards or expectations, making it difficult to embrace our true selves. However, it's important to remember that those who genuinely care about you will accept and appreciate you for who you are. Embracing authenticity means valuing your self-worth above the need for approval from others. Start by identifying and embracing your core values and beliefs. What matters most to you? What are your passions and interests? By understanding these aspects of yourself, you can make decisions and take actions that align with your true self. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and self-respect, which others will recognize and respect as well. Another step is to practice self-expression. Share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences honestly with others. This doesn't mean oversharing or being blunt, but rather communicating in a way that reflects your true self. For instance, if you're in a conversation about music, don't hide your love for classical music. Share your passion and see how others respond. You might be surprised at how many people appreciate your honesty and enthusiasm. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals is also crucial. These people will encourage your authenticity and provide a safe space for you to be yourself. They will celebrate your uniqueness and offer support when you face challenges. Building a network of supportive relationships can reinforce your commitment to authenticity. Additionally, reflect on past experiences where you felt truly yourself. What were the circumstances? Who were you with? These reflections can provide insights into how you can bring more authenticity into your current relationships and daily life. Embrace the idea that being authentic might not please everyone, and that's okay. Not everyone will understand or appreciate your true self, but those who do will form deeper and more meaningful connections with you. Authenticity filters out superficial relationships, allowing room for genuine bonds to flourish. Finally, remember that being authentic is a journey, not a destination. It requires continuous self-awareness, courage, and a commitment to living in alignment with your true self. As you practice authenticity, you will likely find greater fulfillment, happiness, and stronger, more supportive relationships. Conclusion. By following these 9 principles inspired by Stoic philosophy, you can strengthen your relationships and empower yourself. Remember that the foundation of any healthy relationship begins with self-respect. Don't be afraid to set boundaries, maintain your individuality, and demand what you deserve. Being authentic, recognizing your own worth, and keeping your interests and identities are crucial steps to building solid and meaningful relationships. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming explorations. Until next time, thank you for joining us on this Stoic journey. Remember always, the power to shape our happiness lies in our own hands, and through the constant practice of virtue and understanding of the things within our control, we can find peace and fulfillment. Keep exploring the depths of Stoicism in your daily life. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with others who might benefit from Stoic wisdom. Until next time, may Stoic wisdom light your way.